Hi everybody, Rick McEvoy here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week on my blog I have written a post titled, "What does an architectural photographer do?" Not an unreasonable question. I'm an architectural photographer, so I'm the perfect person to answer your question. Okay, here's the read out answer bit that Google likes. An architectural photographer takes photos of buildings, structures and the built environment. Architectural photographers, as experts in this field, help clients get the photos that they need. Architectural photographers liaise with contractors working on buildings and occupiers and owners of existing buildings to ensure that the buildings are presented at their best and photographed at the optimum time. Architectural photographers do not just take photos. In fact, taking photos is a surprising and disappointingly small amount of the time spent being an architectural photographer. Okay, moving onwards, I will use the term buildings, which I'm going to just, for brevity, use that single word to cover anything an architectural photographer could photograph. That could be any building, structure, thing, detail, product, site, you name it, as a plane flies over on the new irregular flight path to Bournemouth Airport. So, architectural photographers, what do they do? Basically, everything. Yeah, like I say, if I spend 15% of my time taking photos, that's probably a good week. There's all the quoting. Well, shall I go through this in the logical order as per my blog quote? Because I have taken the trouble to write a post which you can read at rickmcavoyphotography.com. And I'd just like to say hello to the many hundreds of people who are watching my Greek flag video. You're very welcome. I don't know why it's gone so popular, it's all a bit surreal, but you're all welcome, always. So, let's start off. In case you don't know who I am, I'm Rick McEvoy. I'm a chartered builder. I'm an associate at the British Institute of Professional Photography. So, I'm qualified in not architecture but construction. Construction comes under architecture because architecture is the practice of designing and constructing buildings, would you believe, as I found out in a previous post. A little bit more of a plug for me. If you check out my website and my blog, rickmcavoyphotography.com/blog, there are a lot of articles about architectural photography and construction photography. Not only for photographers but also for clients. I'm covering both angles. Okay, so what do I do as an architectural photographer? First thing is I agree a brief with the client. That's the photos that are going to be taken, what, when, what's not going to be included, what's not required, what mustn't happen, everything basically. And one of the key outputs of the brief discussion, it's not a brief discussion, it's a discussion about the brief, a shot list. The shots that the client must have, and I must get those. Cost, we need to agree a cost for this. I'm not doing this for nothing. As much as I love doing it, and I probably love you, whoever you are, equally, I would like paying. Confirmation, everything's confirmed back in writing. Timing, now, this is down to me as well. It's all down to me really, or you if you're an architectural photographer. The timing of the shoot, because if it's a new building, you've got an issue there with when do you photograph it. That's one for another. That's another post on its own, but timing is critical and can make or break a shoot. Little note there, one thing I find myself doing is making furniture nice and neat for photos. I do a lot of that, especially on schools which have just been completed, because the cleaners put all the chairs on the desks and tables and I have to put them back on the floor or it looks like a furniture store. Weather. I'm in England, the weather's rubbish, I have to deal with that, I have to plan. I need a dry day, not a wet day, rain's no good to me. If it's dry, I can change the sky later using the wonderful Luminar 2. No, I'm not being paid to say that, but if you go to the blog post and click on the affiliate link there and buy it, which I implore you all to do, just kidding, I will get a commission, but you get a tenner off, so everyone's a winner. Dry day, I could change the sky, I'm happy. Wet day, no good, job cancelled. Access to sites, yeah, or buildings. This isn't just construction sites, this is in theory any building, but whatever it is, that was my hand just coming in then. Hello, hand. I have to arrange it. Construction site, there's a lot more to do than if it's an occupied building. Okay. Construction sites, you need PPE and all that other good stuff. Taking the photos, that's obviously one of the jobs of an architectural photographer. Technical correctness, I don't even talk about that in this or any other post, because if you're being paid to take photos, they have to be technically correct. There's no discussion. That is it. That is the start, middle and end. Okay, another thing that I do is I take the photos on the shot list, and then I take some other photos which aren't on the shot list if I think they will give the client a better set of photos. One of the things I do is take photos from different viewpoints as well, like on the floor, high up on a painter's pole. Yes, I have a painter's pole with a tripod attachment. It's ace, get one. 30-40 quid, it's like a cheap drone. Okay, talking to the BIPP, just had a message from Joel in the BIPP Southwest region. Hi Joel. People, releases, do you have people in the shot or not? I tend to not have people in the shot because I don't need to get releases then, but if it's like a leisure centre or something where you need people in the shot, it's best to do it. But you're okay with outdoors, open, public spaces. Still down to me. Editing the photos. 2 aspects to editing the photos. The first edit is choosing the photos to edit. So you're editing the set of images taken to produce a list of photos to edit. I do that to satisfy the brief. A couple of times I've been asked if I had a specific additional shot, but most of the time clients are happy. Then there's the editing itself of the actual photos. All down to me, to my style. Check out my website, you can see what I create. And then the photos need to be issued to the client, excuse me, so he can actually look at them and open them and access them, he or she. Okay. Editing. One thing on a new building that I sort of hate doing is when you finish a building, you do something called snagging, where somebody goes round, I've done this quite a lot, so I'm speaking from experience, and points out all the things that need attention, like little, often paint marks on walls, little bits of stuff sticking out that need rubbing down and repainting. If that's not been done, I have to do it in Photoshop, so I end up doing the snagging works in Photoshop and it takes me too long. So any contractor out there, finish it properly please. Saves me so much time, and I'm probably not being paid for that either. Files issued in JPEG. Take the photos in RAW, convert them to JPEG, compress them so they're not too big. That was compressed, by the way, not compress. Okay, nearly done here. If you go to my website, there are 2 pages I'd like to refer you to. One is Work With Me page. There's a tile on the home page. Click on the tile, it'll take you there. URL is rickmcavoyphotography.com/architectural photographer. See, it's all real, this stuff. And the other one is rickmcavoyphotography.com/construction photographer. Okay, I'm done. One little sales pitch item. Check out my website, rickmcavoyphotography.com. That's not what I was meant to say then, but I got it wrong, so I had to just pretend that and just keep on going. Can you check out my podcast, please? Photography Explained Podcast, with its own website, photographyexplainedpodcast.com. How do I come up with this stuff? Lots of other stuff on my YouTube channel, Pinterest, Instagram, everything. Instagram. That's the smaller brother of Instagram, I believe. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Thank you for watching. I've been Rick McEvoy. See you on the next video.